So I just prayed and asked God if there's something He wants me to see. I don't really know if this is the way you're supposed to go about it, but I did, and this is what I opened up to. Um, the beginning of James. And this is what it says. My brothers and sisters, you will face all kinds of trouble. When you do, think of it as pure joy. Your faith will be tested. You know that when this happens, it will produce in you the strength to continue, and you must allow this strength to finish its work. Then you will be all you should be. You will have everything you need. If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault. But when you ask, you must believe. You must not doubt. That's because a person who doubts is like a wave in the sea. A wave of the sea. The wind blows and tosses them around. They shouldn't expect to receive anything from the Lord. This kind of person can't make up their mind. They can never decide what to do. Here's what believers who are in low positions of life should be proud of. They should be proud that God has given them a high position in the kingdom. But rich people should take pride in their low positions. That's because they will fade away like wildflowers. The sun rises, its burning heat dries up the plants, their blossoms fall, their beauty is destroyed. In the same way, rich people fade away. They fade away even as if they go about their business. I'm just going to read this one last part. When a person is tempted, they shouldn't say, God is tempting me. God can't be tempted by evil, and He doesn't tempt anyone. But each person is tempted by their own evil desires. These desires lead them on and drag them away. When these desires are allowed to remain, they lead to sin. And when sin is allowed to remain and grow, it leads to death. My dear brothers and sisters, don't let anyone fool you. Every good and perfect gift is from God. This kind of gift comes down from the Father who created the heavenly lights. These lights create shadows that move. But the Father does not change like these shadows. God chose to give us new birth through the message of truth. He wanted us to be the first harvest of this new creation. I feel like I need to read all of this, and just stay with me, guys. My dear brothers and sisters, pay attention to what I say. Everyone should be quick to listen, but they should be slow to speak. They should be slow to get angry. Human anger doesn't produce the holy life God wants. So get rid of everything that is sinful. Get rid of the evil that is all around us. Don't be too proud to accept the word that is planted in you. It can save you. Don't just listen to the word. Don't just listen to the word. You fool yourselves if you do that. You must do what it says. Suppose someone listens to the word but doesn't do what it says. Then they are like a person who looks at their face in a mirror. After looking at themselves, they leave, and right away they forget what they look like. But suppose someone takes a good look, and sorry guys, a good look. But suppose someone takes a good look in the perfect law that gives freedom, and they keep looking at it. Suppose they don't forget what they've heard, but they do what the law says. Then this person will be blessed in what they do. Suppose people think their beliefs and how they live are both right, but they don't control that, they say. Then they are fooling themselves. I feel like I need to read that again. Suppose people think their beliefs and how they live are both right, but they don't control what they say. Then they are fooling themselves. Their beliefs and way of life are not worth anything at all. It doesn't say saying, it just says their lives are not worth anything at all. Here are the beliefs and way of life that God our Father accepts as pure and without fault. When widows are in trouble, take care of them. Do the same for children who have no parents. And don't let the world make you impure. Okay, so, and as soon as I put my hand up, it closes. Well, it went on, actually, I think it went to Peter. 1 Peter, maybe? I don't know, but I saw Peter. Yeah, so I'm sitting here. I'm thinking about drawing this right here, that beauty. But it seems so hard, but I know with the Lord's strength I can do it, especially if this is what He wants me to do. So I think I'm going to start that. And you know what I think God's doing? I'm not sure. I woke up feeling different this morning. Like my desire, like I've been having a high desire for certain things lately, and I woke up and it was kind of gone. And last night before I went to bed, I was praying. I was praying more than I usually do, and I don't know. I woke up and I did feel different. I think He's working in me slowly, but I think He is. Um, I got to do things the right way. And I think God's, I don't want to say it because we never want to think it, but I think He's going to start taking from me. But it won't be because of any reason other than He loves me and He wants what's best for me. And just like what we just read, like sin leads to death. And I wish I had a better understanding of God's love. And I know it should be obvious, but it's not. And I mean, obviously we all need somebody. We don't need it. I don't know. It's like, I kind of feel like I need to see God through a person so I can actually see it. But seeing shouldn't be believing. I don't know. These are just like thoughts like one in my head. I don't ever really know what's right. Well, I do. Actually, I can't say I don't know what's right. I don't know. I struggle with it. But I do think God tells me when something's wrong.